May I see your license, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hang on just 1 second. Will this work for you? I can't seem to find my license, but...
You have a good day, sir.
You decided to get into the oncoming lane when there was oncoming traffic.
Right.
They've got at least two choices. One good one, one bad one. You made the bad one.
This video takes place right in my own backyard of Avon, Massachusetts. On December 13th, 2024, the cyclologist was riding his bike legally on a public roadway when another motorist called police. Cops showed up and had such a bad case of road rage that they pulled into the other lane, into oncoming traffic, almost getting in a head-on collision with another motorist. This cop was so upset he got out of the car spouting law, but not real law, fictional law, that only made sense in this cop's very small and minuscule brain. The cop left without ID and with an extreme case of butthurt from one very educated citizen. Let's jump into the video. Now, there's nothing in that beginning clip that shows the police should be called for anything. The truck demanded a bicyclist stop for no reason. And as you can clearly see in that footage, there's no bike lane anyways. But to set the tone for the rest of this video, depending on your state, you don't always need to use a bike lane. And in this case, Massachusetts is one of those states. Massachusetts does not mandate that cyclists use bike lanes. Bike lanes are shared. In Massachusetts, cyclists can use any lane of traffic, including bike lanes, unless there are signs prohibiting bicycles. And motorists must stay a safe distance. Motorists must stay to the left of cyclists when passing. But this is one of those good old-fashioned cases of rules for thee, not for me. You're supposed to, legally, as a motorist, give plenty of space and to not drive into oncoming traffic to pass a cyclist. But if you're a cop and you want that ID, you can almost cause a head-on collision. It just makes sense with the cop logic. The cyclologist is deciding not to use the bike lane, as the regular lanes of the road are free and clear. Even if they weren't, by law, he doesn't have to use the bike lane anyways, so he's continuing with his bike ride. Now keep an eye on the bottom left of your screen on the rear view cam. You're going to see police quickly approaching this cyclist. Now the police are obviously going to effect a traffic stop, but there's still two lanes of the road, and there's plenty of space for them to pull in front of him or pull him over before the lanes merge, but they don't. They decide a much more dangerous approach is necessary. Now that there's not two lanes to safely pass, there's only one in oncoming traffic, they decide it's a much better time to almost kill another driver.
Come on, what are you doing? Jesus Christ!
Because of time purposes, I cut down the length of just how long, without emergency lights, police were tailing this cyclist. But they've been behind him for almost 10 minutes. And 8 of those 10 minutes, they were behind him while they had 2-lane roads to pass him on. Let's take a look at that again. They can obviously see another motorist driving towards them as they swerve into the oncoming lane, almost causing a major collision in a case of cop road rage.
Oh, come on, what are you doing? Jesus Christ!
The cop blares into the oncoming lane, almost clipping the cyclist, and just barely missing a major head-on collision with that driver. But that case of road rage must be the fault of the cyclist and not the cop, because that would make no sense, that a police officer with the ability to have qualified immunity and terminate someone's constitutional rights, and having a gun and a badge and being able to unalive someone at will, well, someone like that couldn't make a poor decision. It must be the public's fault.
Nope. Right there.
So now the cyclist is waiting for a safe place to stop. Because unlike this careless, recklessly driving cop, he doesn't want to put everyone else on the road's life at risk. He'll leave that to the Avon Police Department. Now let's jump to Officer Stentrom's body cam.
Back.
You're on
Don't
camera
do
as
that
well.
to me again.
You're on camera as well.
Good.
Okay?
Good.
3 feet, right? So if there's traffic behind you, you need to pull to the side. And
That
let
is not
them
what the
pass.
law says.
Okay?
That is not what the law
They
says.
have to give you the 3 feet.
They have to. They have to go over there.
Correct. Okay?
Now, it's not a good sign when within 5 seconds of meeting a police officer, they already don't know the law. MGL is very clear that motorists must give a cyclist 4 feet, not 3. But with only 6 weeks of training, and with barely 2 brain cells working, we can't expect much from this Avon cop.
But this is a one-lane road. But this is a one-lane road. So this is a one-lane road.
I understand the talent pool is very shallow in Avon, ankles deep at best. But for it to be a one-lane road, there can only be one lane. Officer Stenstrom, who's a very good boy, this road has 2 lanes. Nice job, Avon.
So you got to give them room to pass. You're
No.
riding close to the yellow line, okay? Like I said, your audio and video recorded, okay?
Perfectly legal. What
Okay,
I'm doing.
do you understand?
I understand I'm being recorded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to allow room for vehicles to pass you, okay?
They got that room over there.
All right.
This lane cannot be
There
shared.
was no room for us to pass you unless we went into the oncoming lane
That's what you're
completely.
supposed to do. That's what
No,
Yes,
this is a
yes, it
double
is.
yellow.
Which is legal to cross.
Now again, the cyclist is absolutely right. As a cyclist, you can use the full lane anywhere, anytime, and on any street, as long as your bike is in the same direction as following traffic. So even on a double yellow, motorists can cross that line as long as they're keeping towards the right side when passing a cyclist. But who's surprised that this cop got it wrong again?
No, if you have to give them room,
Chapter 89,
Listen.
Section 2. You look it up.
you don't understand. You have to yield.
No, I do not. I have the right of. If I'm here first, I got the right of way.
Yes, but you have to allow room to pass. You have to yield.
No, I do not. I have the right of. If I'm here first, I got the right of way.
Yes, but you have to allow room to pass.
This cop is so dumb. Officer Stenstrom, does he have to yield or does he have to allow someone to pass? Because yielding and passing are 2 totally different things. I wonder how many failure to yield tickets this guy gave out because someone passed him. I'm telling you, Avon Police Department, Avon, Massachusetts, you are looking stellar today.
No,
Yes, you do.
no. Only if the lane.
You have to allow room to pass.
Only if the
okay?
lane is wide enough for
You
two.
also have to yield to blue lights and pull over and stop if you're being stopped, which you can be arrested for.
And who's surprised this cop got it wrong again? First of all, you're saying that he could be arrested for not stopping, and you're speaking to him only because he has stopped. The law also states that a motorist or a cyclist does not have to stop immediately if doing so would cause danger to the motorist, cyclist, or other motorist, pedestrians, or cyclists. They can continue to drive safely until they find a safe place to stop, which this cyclist did.
Okay? Do you understand that? And you just wanted to keep riding.
It's an unlawful stop. This is an unlawful stop.
You are not allowing room to pass. Okay?
You have to wait. You have to wait. Everybody has to wait until it's safe to pass. You got narrow lanes, 2 lanes, you got oncoming traffic, and you got bends. I hold the lane until it is safe. You had to wait. That's why I had my hand out. I wanted you to wait and hold off until it was safe to pass.
And it wasn't safe to pass with you on the yellow line. You were all the way over. You did not yield. You need to give us room.
So that's what this is all about. This cyclist did not bend to the ego of the Avon Police Department. It has nothing to do with law and order. The cyclist did not submit as fast enough as this cop would have liked him to. And to sustain his overinflated ego, he almost caused a major accident, injuring several people, just so he could stand with a cyclist roadside and blab about laws that have never existed. But you should apply to the Avon Police Department today. They're doing great work.
You need to give motorists room, okay? It's not safe for you. I don't want to see you get clipped by somebody. I don't want to see you get clipped by somebody. I don't want to see you get clipped by somebody.
Oh, come on, what are you doing?
I don't want to see you get clipped by somebody, says the police officer that literally almost just killed him.
Why would I get clipped by somebody?
If you're riding over close to the yellow line and then somebody tries to pass you.
I don't want them to at that point. That's the problem. I don't want them to. That's why I was where I was.
Okay, and you didn't need to be over there.
But I can take up any position in the lane.
Coming to an intersection.
No, anywhere. I can do it anywhere.
That's incorrect.
Massachusetts Driver's Manual, page 94. You can use the full lane anywhere, anytime, and on any street, even if there is a bike lane. Remember that for later.
No, it is not. No, it is not. I've had this argument with I've had this argument with state police, and I've had it.
I don't know why you want to argue. Just pull out, yield, come to the side.
I wanted to.
You were taking the whole lane in the middle. You weren't even close to the side. You were all the way over to the yellow line.
Probably because I was coming around the bend. Yeah, I'll come out to the middle.
It was the whole way from when we were behind you.
You know what? I'll check my video on that.
Good. Check the video. Okay. Ours is all video and audio and video recorded too. Okay.
Great. Okay.
You understand? Allow room for motorists to pass you. Okay, because you're going to start issues with people if not. Okay.
No, I am allowed to be in the middle of the lane. Look it up in the driver's manual.
Huh?
Look it up in the driver's manual.
I know the manual. Okay. I'm certified on the bicycle as well.
Really?
Okay. You need to allow room for vehicles to pass.
That's what they have that over there for. And
there's no two lanes here. There was even a bike lane up there. When we were behind you, coming off Harrison Boulevard, there's a bike lane on the right. If there's a bike lane, you're supposed to utilize it.
No, I am not. That is definitely not in the law. You look that up.
It's a lane specially for you.
It is not the law. I don't have to use it. Massachusetts does not mandate bike lane usage. Look it up.
They do not mandate bike lane
usage. They do not mandate bike lane usage. They don't mandate shoulder usage. And they don't have an as far right as possible law. Like the other states do.
If it is there, why not just utilize it?
See, now you're suggesting, okay?
No, I'm just saying, why not just use it? I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying, why not just use it so you can let some other vehicles?
It's up to me. It's up to me. Besides, where I was, I know how to handle myself. I've been doing this for years.
So why are you going to try and start issues with people? If you have a lane that's safe for you to use, why are you going to ride the yellow line?
Now this cop says he's riding the yellow line, but the bike lane is to the right, the yellow line is to the left, and he's dead in the middle. But who's surprised that a cop lied just so they could effect an illegal traffic stop and almost injure citizens in the process?
A lot of things. It doesn't mean it's smart, right?
Stop pulling me over for unlawful reasons.
Unlawful reasons.
Unlawful reasons.
You were causing a safety hazard.
No, I was not.
Yes, forcing vehicles to go into oncoming traffic.
I do not force anybody to go into oncoming traffic. They made that decision themselves, like you did. You decided to get into the oncoming lane when there was oncoming traffic.
Riding tight to that yellow line is forcing motor vehicles into the other lane.
No, all I'm doing is forcing them to make a decision. They've got at least two choices. One good one, one bad one. You made the bad one.
So what's the good one?
To stay behind me and wait until it's actually you
and go like 15 miles an hour.
Yes.
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 That's just ignorant.
But it's the law.
It's not.
It's the law. Am I free to go?
You're free to go.
Okay, thank you very much.
As long as you allow these vehicles to pass.
Avon Police Department, I understand that you and law enforcement agencies nationwide only require between 6 and 8 weeks of training. Let's be honest, my barber has went through 10 times as much training, and he doesn't get to deploy lethal and non-lethal weapons on unsuspecting citizens that have committed no crime. If the talent pool is already that low, make sure that your cops have a healthy understanding of the law. But number one, make sure to remind them that they can't make up the law as they go along. If you're in Avon, Massachusetts, and a police officer is saying something to you that sounds stupid, wait, check that. Everything that comes out of a cop's mouth normally sounds stupid. But back to the original thought. If you're in Avon and you're speaking to a police officer and they're saying a law to you that sounds stupid, it's because they're making it up. Check out The Cyclologist. His channel link and original video link are in the description of this one. Let him know Accountability for All sent you. And until then, make sure you obey the laws that the cops make up. And that's the reason I stopped you today.